Thank everybody for coming. The drum is going to stay in compliance with the law. The people who are not going to get arrested today, please stay with the drum. If the police have the audacity to attack this sacred thing, it shows you how sick our society really is. We are praying for a brother who for 20 years now, when this government has admitted that he has not committed a crime. They did an investigation at Waco. They did an investigation at Ruby Ridge. They should do an investigation on what they've done to Indian people. We have suffered as Indian people. The white man is the only creature on earth who destroys his own environment. That is sad. That is sad. But these children, these white children here, it's our responsibility to teach them about Mother Earth. It's our responsibility to teach this child when he grows up about respect and about love and about the differences in colors. That's what this is all about. This is about freedom. This is about the continuation of life. That's what these songs are all about. This is not about racism from our part, but we have a racist institution. This is why you see most of those policemen there are not people of color. There's a few there that are people of color. You look at the White House. You look at the Joint Chiefs of Staffs. We look at immigration laws that are being built today because they don't want us here. They never wanted us here, Indian people. They don't want people of color, and they definitely don't want their own children siding with us against everything that they've tried to teach you. I'm happy that there are people here who are white who are standing with us and standing in solidarity with Leonard Peltier. We need you. You are part of our family. This is not about violence, even though they perpetrated violence against us. This is about freedom. This is about justice. This is what we're demanding. In 20 years, if this government can go 20 years, like one of the best statements is in 1992, and I was there in court in St. Paul, Minnesota, when Lynn Crooks, the prosecutor, says, we don't know who shot those agents. But we do know that the federal government, 2 months before that shootout, they declared war against us. April 24th, 1975, they declared an official war. They said exactly in lieu of the President of the United States not authorizing federal troops the preparation of a paramilitary force by the FBI. Either way, militarily, the federal government planned to defeat the American Indian movement 20 years ago. We're still here. We're not defeated. But they think they can defeat us by taking our leader away. They think that as long as we have no leader, we can keep wandering. But as long as we got this drum, as long as we still have our ceremonies, we're not wandering. We know which direction we're going. That's why we're going to march in a few minutes. We know what direction we're going to go. And we know we're doing it for a right reason. We're not doing this for a wrong reason. We're not doing this with evil hearts and evil minds. We're doing this because of love, because of honor, because of respect, and because we want Leonard Peltier free. I don't know if Adam, is Adam here? I want to call a friend of mine who knows about prison. He knows what it's about. He knows what being a political prisoner is. I want to ask Luis Talamantes, one of the former San Quentin Six and co-chair of the Pelican Bay Prison Project, to speak.
what we see happening today where the government is practicing genocide. Me and Bobby Castillo and some of the other brothers who've been in the prison systems are lucky to be here indeed, because a lot of the people in prison today are not getting out. Why? Because like Bobby said, they try to take our leadership from us. They try to put us down, beat us down, drug us out, whatever they can do to keep the masses down. The people today, like Leonard Peltier, who need our support, the whole street should be out here for Leonard Peltier. Because with all the might and power that this country has, what does it take to get one Indian free from the government? Why? They let all the other criminals go to prison and get out, and go back and get out, and steal billions of dollars from the people. Why is America keeping one Indian man down? It shows you to the extent of corruption and injustice that this country has grown to. And they are totally, the rulers of the country are totally oblivious to the fact that such a great injustice is committed every single day. But as long as that is not one of their own ruling class, they don't care. Today, in fact, the United States has made war, not only on Leonard Peltier, but of all people of color. Today, it's making war on us, the people on the street, the ordinary people, the people that have no wealth, that have no power, that have no influence, have no high connections into the corrupt system. Today, Leonard stands as a beacon, a symbol, a flagship that we must go to the wall for. We must go all the way for this brother, this courageous brother. Leonard in this country has thousands of political prisoners, and Leonard Peltier is foremost among them. They know that Leonard Peltier's spirit will live, that he will never become a fucking government snitch for them. That's what they're trying to do. If he would snitch, they would let him out tomorrow. And we say, Leonard Peltier, we're here for you from day one until it all ends for you. Venceremos!
I'd like Karen Pickett from Earth First. The earth is our mother.
An imprisonment of one is an imprisonment of all. We have to resist this system. We all, no matter what movement we come from, or no matter what our cause is, right now we all have to stand behind Leonard Peltier, and we all have to stand behind AIM. When Judy Berry was bombed, other movements stood behind Earth First, and it made a difference. And we can make a difference with our numbers, and with our voices, and with our bodies. Because our cause is the same. The war against the earth and the war against the people is one and the same. And there's enough of us. There's enough of us to stand up to them. If we all get together and find the common ground. Freedom for Leonard Peltier now.
He's talking with the cop in the back.
They're detaining him over there for a minute.
I'll hang with the mic here until Bobby gets back. We thank everybody for coming out. Everybody knows the story of Leonard and why Leonard's in prison today. And the government agents themselves have come out. The United States Supreme Court has come out and said, you know what? You don't have anything common unless you allow us to make you an informer. And you give us some evidence, and then you can go on the street. We'll support your habit. We'll put you up somewhere. And all we ask you to do is go into court and help us catch these criminals. Well, the thing is that the government agencies, the courts, the government, the people that run the system, they're the ones that are the real criminals. And they don't see themselves as the criminals. They see themselves as somebody that's trying to save society. How can you save society? By keeping an Indian man, keeping all these people of color in prison. That ain't saving nothing. That's not saving you no tax dollar, that's for sure. But the thing is like, with the work I do at Pelican Bay, the prisoners at Pelican Bay are 87% people of color. You got blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Middle East brothers, Asiatic brothers, Filipino brothers. They're all in prison today because they're providing these agencies, these cop-oriented organizations, with a livelihood for they can all have good jobs. They can all make themselves look good at the expense of people of color like Leonard. There's a lot of agents, a lot of government people that are behind the conspiracy to keep Leonard Peltier in prison, keep other political prisoners like Geronimo Dijaga, Ruben Antonio Pinel, Mumia Abu Jamal. Why does the government keep these people in prison? Because it's profiting from them. They're giving themselves advancement, they're trying to come on the back.
Okay. And there's the state building, but I think last I looked it was closed up for a while. They wouldn't let us in here.
You want to get back to me? I'll stay in here.
From the labor movement, solidarity, from Pastors for Peace and Revolutionist Walker, solidarity for the Cuban people who've always stood with the native struggle of this country, and free Leonard Peltier.
It's not only people of color who suffer oppression and colonialism. The next person is a friend of mine. He's with the Irish Republican movement, which is 800 years of colonialism.
I'll say something.
Hi, I'd just like to point out that it's a new moon in Pisces. It's a great time for introspection. So it's a great time for this government to look within its heart and confess what it's done wrong. The first step towards healing is to admit what you've done wrong. And this country needs some healing. We need some healing to admit what we have done wrong. And I'd just like to say to everyone that we need to act like we've come home, like we're trying to live somewhere and build a community. And it seems like a lot of Europeans are still, a lot of people are still acting like they're going to colonialize, like they're plundering and they're going to move somewhere else. Well, I'm not moving anywhere else. And if we were acting like we were home, like we had come home, would we imprison our brothers for no reason?
Right.
Would we treat our brothers and sisters so poorly if we really were trying to build a home, if we were trying to come home somewhere? Would we take uranium out of the land and then we can't even figure out what to do with it after that? We got uranium, we don't know where to dump it. Would we do these things if we thought we were going to stay? We were building a community for the long run? I don't think so. So let's embrace our brothers. Let's admit what we've done wrong. Let's come home. Let's build a home here.
My name's Conan.
Yay! I'm from Washington State.
Oh, really?
But my grandmother's from County
I'd
Donegal.
like to call is Ingrid.
Yeah, no, it's been...
Also.
Originally was born here in America, left, went over with my family because my granny was dying. Spent 3 years in Belfast and over there. I left around 82 after the hunger strikes and all. These are 2 nights. Yeah, I'm still involved with things. I had a lot of friends of mine.
And let's talk about why they want to put people in jail. The reason why they put Leonard Peltier in jail is because he told the truth. The reason why they put Mumia Abu Jamal in jail is because he told the truth. Norm G. McCroy told the truth. The thing about it is, the minute you tell the truth, that's when they say, oh shit, we gotta lock them up. And we gotta start looking at why the truth is getting us put in jail. What is there so damaging about the truth that makes them have to lock us up? It's because of what the old preacher man them used to say. The truth shall set you free. We are living in not the United States of America. We're living in the enslaved states of the capitalists. And we need to get real about what's happening to us. The reason why they are locking people up, because the minute we realize that we are free people and that, oh my God, if there's not going to be any jobs in the future, oh shit, if there's not going to be any kind of health care or any kind of education in the future, well then shit, maybe it's time that we had another government that did what we want it to do. I mean, look at what's happening. We're spending all kinds of money to get cops up who I'm sure have had their donuts and coffee already to watch us. When right now for a whole month, the Oakland School District has been fighting over whether or not to have enough money for teachers and enough money to have teachers get a small amount of students in their classrooms, and also just to have reasonable pay. We can afford to give these people here all kinds of raises, but when it comes to raising the level of our intellect, when it comes to to raising a mass that can rise up against this government, then we don't have the money. So I think it's time that we start saying, I got money right now, I got time to deal with this shit. I don't care if I end up in the ground behind this. I would rather die fighting than live a slave. And that's what they want us to do. When we march for our freedom, we got to remember there's a history of freedom. The Irish brother that was talking, they enslaved the Irish to cut down the trees, to build the boats, to colonize the United States, to destroy Leonard Peltier, to destroy all of us who have been in jail. And we have a link. And the minute that we realize that we have a link, we have a global link too. It ain't just the companies that have a global link. The people have a global link. And if we start working together, we can kick their motherfucking ass because we outnumber them. And that's just the way it is. Remember, there may be a lot of cops around here, but there's a whole lot of people. And like Homeboy was saying there about Pisces and introspection, Lord knows I have been thinking about my shit lately. Let's put it this way, we need to be more introspective. The last thing they want us to do is to start thinking, oh my God, what happens when you start thinking? Next thing you know, you start getting a big mouth like me. So listen, I want y'all, when y'all get out there in the streets, fuck these police. March. We gonna march like we got some energy. We gonna march like this ain't we don't give a fuck, because we gonna be free. Not only are we gonna be free, remember today, people, you are already free. And once we free Leonard Peltier, once we free Mumia Abu-Jamal, once we free Norman G. McCoy, we're gonna send we're not gonna send a message to them, because fuck them. We're gonna send a message to each other that we can free ourselves and we can have the kind of land that we want, not just in the United States of America, but in South America, in Central America, over in Africa, over in Asia. We can have a free society. We can have a free world. Let's do it now, while we're still alive and while we still got the chance. If we're going to be introspective about this, I say we all reflect on our freedom today and on the freedom of all of those who are oppressed. Peace.
New government says it's not a question of smart lawyers with tricky answers, because we've given them every answer we could give them. It's the only way we are going to get Leonard Peltier out is if we make them let him out. That's the only way that it's going to be done. That's the reality. Before we move on, I want the youth, I want the future to have a say-so. I mean, I felt very proud with some students, left high school, to walk up to the 5th floor of the Mexican embassy to take it over in solidarity with the Zapatistas, our Indian brothers and sisters in Mexico. The same struggle. I felt very, very proud to be with these young people, because it tells me that it ain't over. The circle and the resistance continues.
See, is a young brother slunched over, handcuffed to a chair, trying to go to sleep in the bright light, with cops coming up, poking and prodding him constantly. I get a little closer, and I feel sorry for the brother, because he looks all raggedy and stuff, and he's stinking like liquor. I get a little closer, and I realize that's a brother grew up 2 blocks away from me. All right? I go, and they fill out our ticket, and I look in the office, and there's another homeboy I went to school with, and he's chained to the chair, and he's drunk as fuck. And there, you know, that doesn't seem right. My people should be in college. My young folks should be in college. Now let's talk about education. They're poisoning us. They're poisoning us straight up. They're fucking with us from our root, from the youth, okay? They have our young people ignorant and angry, okay? Unemployed, uneducated, madder than a motherfucker, higher than a motherfucker, and drunker than a motherfucker. You know what that spells? That spells violence, all right? It's got to the point where I'm out on mission and I shake my friend's hand, and a week later, he's dead. All right? It's got to the point where every 2 months, somebody goes down. Somebody's dead, okay? Dead in a casket. And it's not just black and brown faces anymore, nah. The young white kid got up in the sunset, stabbed 20 times about a month ago. Chinese brothers are dying out here in the market, Chinatown, just as fast as in the mission. Black brothers, Asian brothers, white brothers, brown brothers. We're dying out here, and that's real. The violence has got to stop. And it starts with us. And it starts with adults making a good example. And I just like to say that the youth are down, you know, and the adults, we gotta ask the adults not to underestimate us and to have faith in us and to have faith in the fact that we can be part of the movement and that we can support the struggle. And we are the future. So please lend a hand. El es yours. Thank you.
We're going to go off towards Van Ness right now. We're going to make a left on Van Ness towards Market Street. The people who are going to get arrested today, please respect the people who are not going to get arrested. Please respect the drum. Please. It's the best way to do things. Respect this drum. It was brought here to take care of the people who don't want to get hurt. And I say that about hurt, but only because we know how the justice system works. They try to hurt people. That's a reality. So if something bad happens, please respect us. Because there are different affinity groups here who are going to get arrested at different times, or maybe I don't know. I don't know. But please, I do trust you that you will be respectful of this drum. And we will stay there to support you. And we will be there at 8:50 if you go to 8:50, Brian. You know, so if something comes down today, those of you who don't want to get arrested, move close to the drum. I believe this drum. I know its power. We'll be okay. We will be okay. So get close to it. And those who are getting arrested, I love you. I love you. I mean, 20 years for a man. I'm a 3 strikes victim. I'm not going to go to jail. So I vow to comply with the law today and stay with this drum and support you and pray for you and get you out. So I love you. Leonard Peltier loves you. Let's go. Are
you going to come or?
watch you while we're doing something. Yeah, right.